Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island All-Stars Season 2, Episode 5.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Shout out to all of our UK fans. We are here with y'all watching it. I think for the people in the US with us, they released 2 episodes on Peacock of this season. So go watch those 2 episodes and come back and watch our reviews while we in the UK, we are watching it live.
Yes.
Now, I have a question, Blake. Can I ask this question?
Yes.
I said, can I ask this question?
Please.
Who is the most likable male on this cast so far?
Right now, the most likable male, I would have to say for me is Curtis.
It's Curtis.
He just comes across sweet.
Okay.
And I seen what some people said about his season and how he flipped really quickly. I'll be looking out for that.
Okay.
But right now, he just seems just kind, you know?
Yeah, I'll probably say Scott.
Okay.
And I think the fact that he was on a sobriety journey kind of like flipped me on him. It lets me know like, okay, that he seen something that was wrong with him and he took the necessary steps to change it, and he just seems real calm and real like for someone who didn't see season 2, I feel like, why do I feel like he's like a changed man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like even while I'm doing my homework, I'm catching up on these people. I'm like, I like Scott. Now, who is the most likable woman on the show so far?
Let's see.
If there is one.
I really don't think there is one.
Yeah,
I don't
think there's one that stand out.
I feel like I would want to say Catherine, but they don't give her enough screen time for me to really get connected with her character. And then the other girls is just not. Maybe Olivia. I think Olivia's pretty cool.
Olivia with Marcel? Okay.
Yeah, I think Olivia comes across pretty cool. Her commitment issues kind of like, give me a little bit of pause.
Yeah.
But I think India seems okay, but I feel like I'm not getting enough of her personality either.
Yeah. I feel like without the whole "you took my man" thing and the whole girl code thing that Cass did, I think Cass would have been it. But I think Cass is out the running. I think the only, and correct me, the only reason why India come off as likable is because of Scott, at least to me. Right? I feel like Scott is carrying the torch on making that couple like more likable. And for all the Ekin-Su people, I understand that for some people, Ekin-Su is y'all queen and y'all say she can do no wrong. But Curtis would be likable more if he wasn't with Ekin. You get what I'm saying? That's what my opinion is. Because as y'all see in the thumbnails, Ekin looms over every scene of this show. You ready to walk us through this?
Yes, her hand is in every relationship.
Yeah. Walk us through this.
So we start with Ronnie and Elma. Elma, she pretty much put Ronnie and Kaz on pedestals, and she was disappointed with how they went about things.
Yeah.
She feels that Kaz took her kindness for weakness. Ronnie does enjoy being around Elma, and he's sorry for how it happened. Elma tells him it's just a roadblock, but it's not the end of things. So she plans to play it cool, see how it works out for her. Yeah. This is what everybody does with Ronnie.
Yeah. They just let him off the hook.
Exactly. You had me in a love triangle, but we can get past it.
And I'm sorry that, you put me in this love triangle.
Right.
By you being dishonest. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
So Gabby, Kaz, India, and Catherine are all chatting, and he chose Elma, so the line has been drawn now. They are happy. Gabby is happy to have Casey and her couple.
Okay, that's nice.
Ekin is happy that Curtis chose her, and he's telling her that he loves peeling back all of her layers like an onion. Ekin says that it is refreshing to be with someone who doesn't just look at her as Ekin-Su, like the villain. But she tells him to never change, that he comes across very sweet and caring, and she finds that attractive.
Is there a possible chance for us to have a change of heart about Ekin?
No.
Wow. Straight to the point.
Because this is what she does. Like, I think that a lot of the women in this show come across as very much like, I'm here for love.
Yeah.
I want to find my partner. Yeah. And just kind of going about it in that way. But Ekin, she is a game player.
Okay.
If this were like Survivor, Big Brother, I mean, she would be on her P's and Q's.
Okay.
But I'm like, she was on Traitors. I feel like she didn't get enough shine on Traitors. But Ekin is playing a game. She is strategizing.
Okay. Makes sense.
So we've got Elma and Kaz. They don't want to fall out over a boy. Elma apologizes for things getting so irate. Kaz apologizes as well. She tells her she didn't plan it. It wasn't intentional, but it did hurt her feelings when she was listening to other people when Elma actually knows her. Kaz just wants a guy who is there for her, but she's not going to get in the way of Elma's connection with Ronnie.
Listen here, it's not other people. It's just a person.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Only one person was in her ear.
And she's in the thumbnail. Okay.
So Naz and Catherine go on the terrace.
Yeah.
He's not really vocal about his feelings, and Catherine thought that what he said at the choosing ceremony was perfect. Naz has been reserved because he doesn't really want to do anything for her to maybe catch feelings. And Catherine tells him, if you hold my hand, I'm not going to just fall in love with you. But they do end up kissing.
What are your thoughts on them two?
I don't think that Naz is interested. I don't think Catherine is interested either, or at least was at first.
Yeah.
But I think she's open to the possibility. With Naz saying that I don't want to do anything and you might catch feelings, to me that doesn't sound like a guy that is even interested in pursuing that or getting to know her. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to touch an attractive girl, like, you would do it. And he did kiss her.
Yeah.
But I think he kissed her just to see what the kiss would be like. I think it was more curiosity than anything.
I think he's just playing his cards right now. It's still early. It's only the 5th episode. So he's just like, hey, I'm going to invest in this until something right comes for me. And truth be told, I can't even lie and say that I want them to stay together. I want someone to come in for Catherine as well, not because of a vote that put them together, if that makes sense. I want her to actually like a guy and the guy to actually like her, and they just totally be together and things of that nature.
Yeah. So Marcel and Olivia come up on the terrace. They want it. Catherine and Naz reveal that they kiss, and they allow Marcel and Olivia to have the terrace.
Yeah.
Catherine has been wanting to kiss Naz since the challenge, and she felt it was worth the wait.
Okay.
Olivia liked Marcel's speech. He is happy that they're in a couple now. She normally moves a lot slower. She wouldn't have kissed someone as quickly as this, but then they have a whole makeout session. So.
Hey. Listen here, I think, I don't know, man. Being with Marcel kind of take away her likability. It kind of make me go, can Marcel turn the hearts of the voters that people can get behind him? Because he cheated on Gabby, but at the same time, it's like, do we like Gabby that much? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of goes to, okay, can he be a sympathetic figure to where his wife cheated on him? To the point where
it's like a clean slate now.
Yeah, it's almost like eye for an eye. We both blind now. Can we both start over? I don't know, but I can see the likability that you see in Olivia.
Yeah, she just seems cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, she also seemed like, I don't know, naive to me. As in not naive, innocent. She seems innocent.
So India and Scott are cuddled up on the couch. He is not comfortable talking about his feelings, maybe something stemming from commitment issues.
Yeah.
India does worry that someone might come in for him, and he feels the same way if someone were to come in for her.
I ain't gonna hold you. When it came down to that game that they played, most of the guys went to India.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think there's a likability on both of them. I think Scott is carrying it. Even seeing them chilling on the couch, just vibing, just head on his head on her shoulder and things like that, and them talking. I think that is a couple we could get behind, especially since y'all told me Scott used to be a crash out.
Yeah.
And now that he's actually cool and seem more mature, that I can see the UK getting behind him.
The only thing with India is that she gives wife. She gives mature. Yeah. And even though people were going for her in the challenge, I feel like they might have a little bit of an intimidation factor as far as coupling up and really wanting to be with her, because she's even expressed I'm ready for a husband, I'm ready for kids, I'm done playing around.
So yeah,
and I don't know if these guys are where she's at,
So basically, it's easier for me to do it in a game because it's just a game, but when it come down to actually talking and pull it aside, no one haven't pulled her aside yet for anything.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Well, Kaz and Luca chat. He wants to make sure that she's feeling positive since she was the last one up there.
Yeah.
And Kaz tells him that she's good. She and Elma made up. Luca asks if there is a spark for her in here with anybody, and she says no. She's just going to pray for her future husband.
Yeah.
He's going to pray for his future wife. Luca tells her anyone would be lucky to have her, but Kaz tells us in the confessional that she is not ruling off Luca completely.
And this is what I don't understand, right? Luca, you have no ties to no one. I see you was on the same season as Ekin-Su, and from what I was told, and maybe you wanted to get with Ekin, but you were just too, scared and things of that nature. I believe, as well as my wife, Cass is a very beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Right? Bruh, you got a beautiful girl already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't sit over here and talk about God blesses it or block it. Like
make a move.
Y'all together. And my thing is, this is actually, now this gonna sound kind of like, crazy, but just follow me, right? She is in the perfect position for you to basically like get her. Her man was taken from her, Curtis, right? Ronnie, the guy that she was kissing in the secret garden, rejected her and chose Elma.
Yeah.
Now she's kind of like, I take anybody.
Okay.
But don't take that as like, I'm not just anybody. No, be anybody, right? To pick her up and to actually be like, you know what? I choose you. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like even though you was the last one there, I just want to make it to where if you wasn't the last one there, I would have chose you first. Like basically like court her.
But the thing is, I think that Luca is hesitant to make the first move with anybody. Like, it's as though he doesn't know he's on Love Island in a way.
Yeah.
He's here hanging out with the bros, laughing, joking, and everything like that. And I guess that's where the immaturity that a lot of the girls speak of when they see him. And, he's not pursuing anybody. So I think he's just a little nervous.
He is doing more commentary than actually being on the show. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right.
So it's bedtime. Catherine rated her kiss in front of the guys and Naz, and she said it was a 9.
Okay.
Ronnie is happy to be back in the bedroom with everyone since he slept outside last night. Ekin and Curtis are making out, and India and Scott are making out as well.
Here's the thing, Elma. Listen, little jokes got a little truth in them, right? He over there saying, I'm happy to be back in the room with everyone.
Yeah.
Not just, and Elma, you just happy to be back with Ronnie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the next day. Ronnie made Elma her coffee. Olivia's bum caught Naz's eye because Curtis was spinning her around some type of way. Marcel is telling Naz that he needs to just take a leap. And Naz says that the kiss with Catherine was just a little pinch of chaos. And to me, that doesn't sound like...
What did that even mean?
Exactly. I'm just like... So are you interested or not? To me, that tells me no. Because I don't know why you're kissing a girl and you're saying it's chaos. I don't know.
Teach unless there's chaos in my pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's a lingo in the UK. Let me know. Because I'm like, I don't think I would say that or describe a kiss that was great in that way. You get what I'm saying? I don't know.
So Ronnie pulls Kaz for a chat just to check to see how she's doing.
Yeah.
She's good. She's happy. And Ronnie tells her, just so you know, I don't regret what happened.
Okay. he basically just let you know, like, I chose Elma, but hey.
Exactly. It was hard for Kaz because she would have avoided just the timing of everything. Yeah. And Ronnie tells her explicitly, I don't regret the kiss. He would just tell Elma if, in the future, if he has flirty chats, that's probably what he could do better. But the only thing he regrets is how it happened. So he's trying to leave the door a little cracked open for Kaz. And I don't know if Kaz is not picking up on it or if she just doesn't want to go down that road.
Yeah, I think she's more... I think it would actually serve her to prove that she's a girl's girl than to go with Ronnie.
Yeah, get your reputation back.
Fix your reputation. Because I checked the landscape of the people who are reviewing this show, especially people that's in UK that got big fan bases, and a lot of the titles that they are saying is girl code, you broke it. You get what I'm saying? So I think it would actually benefit her to actually like work on her reputation. Because as we know, Ronnie will always be there. Right. And Ronnie will always leave the door open. You get what I'm saying?
So Naz gets a text. Luca, Naz, and Scott are all picked to go on a date. It is someone a blast from the past.
Okay.
Ekin tells the girls, y'all need to be best, what did she say?
Look
Dress your best tonight. And Catherine is happy because she's like, Naz really isn't much of a flirt. And I thought to myself, he's going to flirt with who he wants to.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Like, he may not just be into you completely.
Right. So, first date is Tina and Luca.
Okay.
She chose him because she was intrigued by him, and anybody with good energy is pretty much her type. Luca tells her that he will give her the energy that she wants. He just needs physical attraction at first, then someone you can have a good time with and build some trust with.
Okay.
Luca tells her that she sounds posh, like she's got some money. And Tina reveals that she does know Casey. The last time they spoke, he was apologizing to her. But Luca tells her that, look, Tina, I do have an instant attraction for you.
Okay, I'm happy you're attracted to somebody, Luca. You get what I'm saying? Let's move on.
Next date is Naz. He's just happy that it wasn't one of his exes. He's still coupled up with Catherine. He lets her know that he is a slow burner, but this show is about throwing yourself into the process.
Okay.
Tina was in a very serious long-term relationship that didn't end well after her season, and they find out that they are both Pisces, so they get excited about that. Naz says that he's getting to know Catherine, but they're both open to meeting new people, and he asks her why she picked him, and she kind of gives the same generic answer she gave Luca as far as being intrigued by him and just wanting to get to know him a little bit more. She finds Naz attractive, and they both felt like it was a good first date.
Here's the thing. She was just asked to pick two people to go on a date that she's really not interested in. You know what I'm saying? Really, it really was supposed to be a one-on-one date with Scott. That's who she wanted.
Y'all was taking up that time.
Yeah, just taking up the time. But just so you could hide your real move, we're going to pick two people, pick two random people. It doesn't matter, right? Except Curtis, right? So she picked Luca and she picked Nas, right? Or Nas, right? I don't even see the correlation between those two people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different people completely. So really, she just wanted to meet with Scott, and that's supposed to be the big blast from the past that basically we like supposed to get.
Yeah. So Gabby and Kaz. Kaz is talking to Gabby, and she's breaking down a little bit and just saying that it's hard to stay positive. You got to constantly put yourself out there. She was in a way kind of rejected, and it's hard to do it again. Yeah. And Gabby lets her know, look, in the competition, all the guys really do like you, but Kaz just wants to be with someone who is sure of her and who really wants her for her.
You see what I mean, Luca?
And Gabby says, just try the things with Luca. Just give it a chance. And Kaz tells her, you know what? Or it says in the confessional, I'm going to flirt. I'm going to have fun. Why not?
But she was so like, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, Luca. She's down and out. Her shield, her boundaries are down.
Oh, goodness.
All you have to do, bring her coffee in the morning. Talk to her. Literally, talk to her. And all you have to do is just tell her, I'm only here for you. Because that's all she wants, right? And I think in this way, I can see what she means, but I think she's more hurt by the Ronnie thing than the Curtis thing.
Absolutely.
Right? I think Ronnie is a big name, at least right now, especially coming off of last season. And she's more rejected by Ronnie, which I don't understand. If you watch last season, Ronnie don't really commit to nothing but Ronnie.
Exactly.
Right? So for you to feel kind of heartbroken about Ronnie this early, I'm like, I don't know what you thought y'all two was going to be, but Ronnie don't make decisions. You get what I'm saying? Ronnie is here for a good time, not a long time. But that's what I'm saying about Luca. Like, Luca, you got a girl who's like basically like open for a relationship. You get what I'm saying?
But even with Luca's attraction to Tina, I don't think he's going to pursue that either. He's just like, I like you. You look good. This is a good date. And he's going to be waiting for her to continue pursuing him.
Do you want to be here, Luca?
I don't know what's going on. Luca just likes to hang with the boys.
Yeah, I guess.
So Gabby and Casey chat. She is excited to see a new face. She's not worried about a new girl. And Casey says that he's happy. Gabby knows he'll want to get to know the new girl, but just keep her in the loop.
Okay.
Tina and Scott chat.
This is who she wanted.
He always felt there was animosity with her because she wasn't picked, because in their season he chose another girl over her.
Okay.
When they were on the season together, they did like get along pretty well, but it was chaos, so it stopped them from getting to know each other. But he's still intrigued by her.
I wonder if he was the chaos.
He is still with India, but it's early days, and he tells her there really aren't any sparks there. But sometimes you need a test to see where you're at. So she is excited to spend time with Scott and see where things go. He's down, but he wants to do things respectfully. Yeah. And he tells Tina, you're going to be a problem.
I think Scott actually handled this date perfectly.
Okay.
In my eyes. I think he basically said, hey, I'm with India. Sparks is not there. Remember, they put them together. They did not choose each other, right? Until just now, until just recently. But I'm saying before, Scott was with India, and we all thought that Ekins was going to take him, right? But she didn't, which is actually could be part of her plan. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not too early, you know? But I think for him to say that, hey, I want to see about it as we all want to see, but in a respectful way. I think that's the best way to go about it, because Love Island is supposed to be messy. So it's basically how much mess can you like clean up before it actually like expose itself.
Yeah.
So
I think with this date, I think India, your man is gone now.
Really?
I think this date just kind of wrapped it up, packed it in a bow.
Wow.
He ain't your man no more, girl. He ain't your man no more. Because I saw that spark between them, that unfinished business there. And I think that they're going to pursue things. Do I think this is going to be a long-lasting relationship? I don't know. Not necessarily. But I think that they're going to spend a lot of time in the island on the resort together. Like, I think they're going to...
That's crazy.
I think that he's going to lose focus of India in his pursuit with Tina.
But he's also friends with India, too.
He's friends with India, but do you see the way like he's interested and intrigued by Tina?
Yeah,
like,
I see it.
Like, I feel like the romantic spark is a little bit stronger with Tina.
Yeah, you also said something about unfinished business. Now, this is good. This is a wild question to ask on the podcast, and because I'm about to find out on the spot if the answer is yes or no. Is there anybody that you feel like you have unfinished business with?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So I don't really get the unfinished business part, even though you use that to describe it for Scott. I think where Scott was during that time, like as chaos as he was, I think the fact that he's different now, I don't know if he's really invested in the unfinished business part with Tina more than the familiarity part.
I think that he would be into the unfinished business part because it's different if you were in a relationship with somebody and things ended and there was a specific reason for it end, or there's somebody you talked to for a few months and you guys just never really got to that point of being together. They had a short amount of time on Love Island to where he was forced to choose one person over the other within 2 days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that leaves a lot to wonder of what could have been in a situation that they were in.
Okay.
Yeah. So the guys and Tina return, and the guys, girls gather separately to talk. Tina says that they didn't have a chance to really explore on her season between her and Scott. And she also knows Casey. She banged Casey. And Casey tells the guys that Tina and her hooked up when they like went on vacation to Antigua like the first or second day.
It's so funny. Like, what do that got to do with the Love Island show, Casey?
Right. But
this is what Cass was talking about when she came in like a wrecking ball at you the first night.
Yeah. So Scott plans to explore things with Tina and lets the guys know.
Yeah.
It's nighttime. Tina tells some of the girls that Naz was the easiest to talk to, and Ekin slithered her way right in.
Oh boy.
I was like, Ekin's going to be the first one to make contact with the bombshell because she needs to make sure that the Scott and India thing blows up. Okay. So Ekin Sue talks to Tina, and she asks how the flirting with Scott went. Tina thought that it was good, it was respectful, but he is open to getting to know her. We see India and Scott talking, and he asks, what has Tina told you so far? And India says she hasn't told us anything, really. Okay. So Tina is attracted to Scott. Ekin tells her, you got to be selfish. Oh, man. You know, who really gave you that tingly feeling? Oh, man. And Tina told her it was Scott. Ekin explains, like, look, girl, you know, India is her girl, but I'm picking you up. Us bombshells, I came in as a bombshell. Come on. And, you know, you need to go after what you want.
Do not do from bombshell to bombshell me. Come on, Ekin.
So Scott says that Tina is his stereotypical type. Yeah. He hasn't seen her since the villa in their season, and he feels like he owes it to her and himself to get to know her. Okay. India, what's her name? I think she walked by, or India saw her, and she said, well, she is a babe. And Scott was like, like I do kind of talk to you like a friend, like a homie sometimes. And he tells her it's kind of weird. It's nothing deep with Tina, but she is beautiful. India tells him that it's fair that you want to get to know her. It does change things because it's not going to feel the same when you pretty much have your attention split on this new person. Scott says that he's just going to talk to her. He's not really going to like graft and like pursue and really go after her in that way.
What is your thoughts on how he approached the mess? Because Love Island is supposed to be a mess, but it's basically how good can you clean your mess?
Exactly. I think that Scott did as good as he could for coming out and saying that he is going to talk to her and get to know her. I don't think he did anything sneaky.
Yeah.
But I also think that he doesn't need to make any false promises on it. He said he's not going to graft the girl. What if the first conversation goes great and you just want to hang out with her for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, don't make any promises and just let her know I'm just going to go with the flow.
Here's the thing. I think he really liked India though.
Okay.
And sometimes this is what I'm banking on. I have no evidence. Episode 5.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, I didn't give you a chance back in season 2, and I haven't seen you since season 2. But season 2, I was a drunk. I was not myself. And kind of going back to that kind of puts me back in the place of the person that I was. I'm a new person. I got a new girl, right? And I will hope, or at least this is what I'm banking on the little evidence that I have, that Scott will acknowledge that, hey, Tina, I feel familiar with you. I feel like I can talk with you, but I'm a different guy. I'm a new guy, and I feel like I need something new. And I hope that he will use the person that he is to go with India. Because I really do, and I'm banking on, and I think it was India who asked him about his sobriety.
Yes, it was.
So I really love that question, because if India is the girl that's basically like, I want a husband, I'm ready to settle down, and for that to even like matter to ask, I think that's a plus as someone who you should invest in.
And I totally agree, but I don't think he's going to make the good decision.
Goodness, Scott, I tried. Okay.
So Casey tells Gabby that he hooked up with Tina, and Gabby was like, I know, I heard you.
Okay, yeah.
You were loud enough for everyone to hear you.
Casey, you just loud, buddy.
And it was a one-night stand. It was a one-off, and that is how Gabby is going to accept it.
Now, hold on. As a guy, I ain't going to hold you. I'm not going to hook up with Tina then. Because that's the thing about it. Like, yo, it's basically a boys club.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And if one of my friends, even though he's not a friend, but one of my people that I know that I'm supposed to be in this Love Island experience, hooked up with one of the girls that just walked in, I'm good.
I think that might be the case for some of the other guys, but I think with Scott, he knew her before Casey did.
But since then, you hooked up with Casey, and then you want me to come back and then like nah, I'm not, like, hey, Casey, did like you hook up with India? No, okay, I'm gonna stay with India. I hope so.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So Curtis asked India how the chat was, and India wonders if she should have just said no for him getting to know Tina. Yeah. She and Scott had a friendship, and now she's thinking like, is he just thinking like we're friends? If we're just friends, then you don't need to be kissing me and giving me sweet speeches. She isn't looking forward to sitting and watching him chat with Tina. Elma thinks it's unfair for him to think of them as mates and then still kiss and flirt with her in this way.
I get what India's saying, but it's like, it's a lose-lose. So I kind of understand what India's saying, because it's like, when she gave the example of if a guy was to walk in and if she was to say that she want to get to know that guy, like it will put their relationship in just a weird situation.
It'll be different. It won't be the same.
It won't be the same. And listen, I 100% agree in some way, because it's I hear some people say like my wife is my best friend and my wife is my friend. I have nothing against that, but I don't call my wife my best friend, because there's a title above best friend, and that's wife, right? And with that title comes subsets of other attributes that she like does, as in like friend, you know what I'm saying? So I can see what she means when she says like he's kind of going back and forth, and I'm like, well, what do you want? Do you want to be friendly with Scott, or do you want a man from Scott? And I think she needs to actually be transparent about that more than who he can talk to or not, because once we actually state of what we are and who we are, then I think in some ways boundaries can be set. So I think, truth be told, she feels the friendliness coming from him because she's allowed it. But if she's really into him, I think she should state her feelings of like, yeah, we friendly, but I really like you and I want to like really invest in you. And then lead the cards where they are and let Scott choose whatever he want to do. Besides saying, I don't want you to talk to the girl.
Yeah.
Like, I think just put more of a title on y'all thing more than telling him who he can talk to or not, you know?
And I disagree with that. I feel like it's really early days for her to lay all her cards out like that because she should remain open.
Like, she ain't got nobody.
There's bombshells coming every day. So the thing is, I think that if India's into Scott, then they can continue exploring how they are. But I wouldn't tell him I'm really into you when I want to get to know you.
But you
allow him to have the pick of the litter. I think she should keep a little bit of her power.
But is it really power if you want to act that way? But every night we are, because I also judge the couples by how they interact at nighttime too, when it's time for bed. Only 2 of them is like kissing in the middle of the night, using that time of closeness to actually be together, and that's Ekin-Su and Curtis and India and Scott.
Well, my thing is, you're assuming that she feels that way, like she's really all in with Scott.
Yeah,
I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think she's all in that way.
I think so.
Well, Cass tells Scott, you need to explore and just do things respectfully, and that's where we end.
That's where we end?
Yeah.
Anything else you thought about this episode?
I'm just interested to see how things flesh out. I'm looking forward to my weekend, but I am ready to see on Sunday what happens.
No, I want India to. I understand what India feel, but I think Scott would choose India. That's what I think.
Okay.
I hope Scott choose India.
All right.
Because I don't want to see old Scott. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Let us know what y'all think about this episode, and we see y'all.
Bye.